Welcome, everyone, to the Mid-Maryland Folklife Center here on the campus of McDaniel College in Westminster, Maryland, where we present concerts, virtual concerts from Common Ground on the Hill. Our performer this week is the Paul McKenna Band from Glasgow, a wonderful band that has been with us for over 10 years, visiting us, doing various tours, coming to our festivals, teaching with us, and indeed they'll be teaching with us this summer during Traditions Weeks. So be sure to sign up for some of their classes. And before I forget it, also be sure to, as I say, hit the tip jar and help this band get through the pandemic. Your donations go entirely to them, and it gets filtered through us, but all the money goes to the performers. And no matter when you're watching this, whether it's on time or a year from now, that money is still in place. Your donations will make their way very quickly to the Paul McKenna Band and all the performers that you see on the Common Ground on the Hill concert series on our YouTube channel, which is where you are now. So buckle up and get ready. You might want to get your favorite beverage and listen to one of Scotland's greatest singers, Paul McKenna, accompanied by some of Scotland's greatest traditional musicians. And we'll see you about midway for a chat with Paul. So enjoy yourselves.
One day I went in my ramble from Swinford to Sweet Valley. I met the maid as I rambled, and her name it was Mary McGee. She sighed for the rights of old Ireland, Michael Davitt, my brave Irish boy. He is now in a prison in Portland, far from the lovely sweet banks of the Moy. He is now in a prison in Portland, far from the lovely sweet banks of the Moy. I quickly broached this fair maiden, asked what was the cause of her woe, and what was her reason for misery that forced her from her home to go. She sighed for the rights of old Ireland, Michael Davitt, my brave Irish boy. He is now in a prison in Portland, far from the lovely sweet banks of the Moy. He is now in a prison in Portland, far from the lovely sweet banks of the Moy. Sweet 67, we had brave men and true men also. There was the young Peter Carney, God rest him. He died in Killarney also. He was drilled by my darling, my David, in the valleys and plains of the Moy. And that's why he's a prisoner in Portland, far from the lovely sweet banks of the Moy. That's why he's a prisoner in Portland, far from the lovely sweet banks of the Moy. And now to conclude and to finish, I hope that the day soon will come when these cruel landlords and bailiffs from the Isle of St. Patrick must run. Unfurl our green and gold banners, we'll raise them for Ireland on high, and we'll drink to our brave Michael Davitt from the lovely sweet banks of the Moy. We'll drink to our brave Michael Davitt from the lovely sweet banks of the Moy.
everybody. We're delighted to be doing this virtual concert for Common Ground on the Hill. We are looking forward to taking part in the Traditions Week this summer. We wish we could be with you in person. We've had some great times at Common Ground over the years. I think we first came in 2010, then we've been back a few times after that. Conal and Robbie. Robbie's been, Conal's not experienced it in person yet. So whenever we can get over, start getting things back to normal, then I'm sure Conal will enjoy the experience as much as we all have over the years. So we played a song there called The Banks of the Moy to begin with, and we'll carry on now with a song called The Dream. And I wrote this song about an incident that happened in Baltimore a number of years ago, involving a young black man by the name of Freddie Gray, and he was killed by the Baltimore Police Department. And I wrote this song in hope, really, that these things would stop happening. And more recently, we've seen that these things are sadly still going on. But hopefully, we're going to turn the corner very, very soon on things like that. So yeah, it's called The Dream. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brutality and justice, as we stand aside and wait for a world of peace and unity, outweigh the laws of hate. Like broken glass, our children lie all scattered in the way. Rise up and raise your voices so that they might see the day. What happened to the dream? Will we ever overcome? Walk hand in hand together toward the setting of the sun. Tranquility or equality, let's opt for both today and build a culture free from sin where love can lead the way. Will you stand still while others fight a cause for which they die? To revolt against a system of deceit for you and I. What happened to the dream? Will we ever overcome? Walk hand in hand together toward the setting of the sun. What happened to the dream? We shall overcome. Walk hand in hand together toward the setting of the sun. Freddie Gray and Michael Brown, murdered by poor men in power, no flag was taken down. Depraved and weak with only hatred written in their eyes. Stand up in unity. To forget is to deny. What happened to the dream? Will we ever overcome? Walk hand in hand together toward the setting of the sun. What happened to the dream? We shall overcome. Walk hand in hand together toward the setting of the sun.
will I go beyond the day? There's no good reason to be afraid. We all stumble on the way to whatever awaits beyond the day. To the shrine with candles dimmed, we must be followed by autumn's wind. We must stumble on the way to whatever awaits beyond the day. Do we go beyond the day? Is there a place for us beyond the grave? Heaven knows, no one can say if we remain beyond the day. There's a feeling ever near, and every change comes to live in fear. Generations have felt this way, we're together, all the same. But do we go beyond the day? Is there a place for us beyond the grave? Heaven knows, no one can say if we remain beyond the day. Fall for nothing if all is here, for we're missing everywhere. Everywhere along the road, within the sun that sets to gold. Heaven knows, no one can see if we remain beyond the day. Or do we go beyond the day? Is there a place for us beyond the grave? Heaven knows, no one can see if we remain beyond the day. Heaven knows, no one can say if we remain beyond the day.
Well, we'll carry on with the title track from our most recent album. It's a song called Breathe. I wrote after spending lots of time away from home a few years ago, and I spent most of the year touring around myself, and the band joined me for a few weeks here and there. But it's nice being away. It's difficult when you miss friends and family and things. So I wrote this for my girlfriend. And it's called Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Come, a little stargazer, you won't be staying home tonight. Hear my voice in my heart calling while I hold your body tight. You will close your eyes and see we can go another day. We don't need to leave. Close your eyes and breathe. We don't need to leave. Close your eyes and breathe. placed here in my arms. I've been gone so long, I have missed your touch and your charm. You will close my eyes and see we can go another day. We don't need to leave. Close your eyes and breathe. No, we don't need to leave. Close your eyes and breathe. We don't need to leave. Close your eyes and breathe. We don't need to leave. Close your eyes and breathe. We don't need to leave. Close your eyes and breathe. We don't need to leave. Oh, close your eyes and breathe. I'm an honest Irish labourer. I come from the county Clare. Once I had a little farm, with nothing much to spare. I had to sell my donkey and my little billy goat. And with the money I received, to Glasgow took the boat. In the morning I landed there, before my hair was dry. I was started at the Mickey Dam in a place they call Guy. And the guy who looked over us, they called him John the Mouse. The very first day started there, he made a grouse. For I was strong as any lion, I was reared in eggs and ham. I'm a tale or two of fighting men round the Mickey Dam. I quickly surprised him and I said, you little rat, I'm tight around your neck, now toss you to the cat. For I was strong as any lion, I was reared in eggs and ham. I'm a tale or two of fighting men round the Mickey Dam. Oh, this roused the mouse's temper, and at me he made to jump. He swore he'd paralyze me with a hand of a bomb. Well, I quickly surprised him, grabbed him by the throat, and I shook down a green monkey till the tail fell off his coat. I'm as strong as any lion, I was reared in eggs and ham. I'm a tale or two of fighting men round the Mickey Dam. Them big hotels were stopping in, they call them Navy's huts. And the bugs and fleas around the beds are big as coconuts. And on Saturday night when I come home, I'll stand behind the door, and as they come out one by one, I'll bash them to the floor. For I was strong as any lion, I was reared in eggs and ham. I'm a tale or two of fighting men
I thought I would do a couple of songs on my own for you as part of this concert. With restrictions and things, it's hard to get everybody in the same room for a decent period of time. But so I thought I would just share a couple of songs on my own, and I'm going to play you one here that I was lucky enough to co-write this with Tim O'Brien, who has been one of my musical heroes. He's no stranger to anybody at Common Ground on the Hill. I believe he's been there as a tutor and as performer many times over the years, and I've always been a massive fan of Tim's, so we got to know each other a little better during the Transatlantic Sessions tour that we were both part of here in Celtic Connections, and we did a tour around some other venues in England and over in Ireland as well. And we kind of kept in touch then, and Tim had an idea for this song, and I believe he's releasing it fairly soon on his next record, so that's exciting for me as well. And it's a song called "Can You See Me, Sister?" Can you see me, sister? Do you remember me? Can you feel my presence? I'm still on my knee. I can see you, sister. Oh, how your life has changed. I'm still here in the shadows and you're just out of reach. Father, can you help me now? Chains are gone, but I still feel bound. Father, please look down on me till the day that I feel free. Can you see me, sister, with my shabby clothes? My life's so different from the one you know. I do not blame you for me sharing it, and if my skin was lighter I might do the same. Father, can you help me now? Chains are gone, but I still feel bound. Father, please look down on me till the day that I feel free. Bought and sold like cattle, people just like us. Couldn't look you in the eye, I could be whipped or worse. Mother, can you help me now? Chains are gone, but I still feel bound. Mother, please look down on me till the day that I feel free. Father, can you help me now? Chains are gone, but I still feel bound. Father, please look down on me till the day that I feel free. Can you see me, sister? So the next song I'm going to do for you is one written by James Keelan, a fantastic songwriter, singer-songwriter from from up in Canada, and a guy that is I've got to know over the years and shared the stage with a couple of times, and just an all-round a great guy and fantastic songwriter. I've always admired James's work, and I recorded this song with the guys in the band back in 2012 or 13 for our album Elements, and it's a wonderful song. It's one that we get requested quite a lot when we're on the road in different places, and it's a song called Cold Missouri Waters. My name's Dodge, but then you know that it's written on the chart there at the foot end of the bed. You think I'm blind, I can't read it, but I've read it every word, and every word it says is death. So confession, is that the reason that you came? Get it off my chest before I check out of the game. And since you mention it, well, there's 13 things I'll name, 13 crosses high above the cold Missouri waters. August 49, West Montana, the hottest day on record, the forest tender dry. Lightning strikes in the mountain. I was crew chief at the jump base. I prepared the boys to fly. Pick a drums on, C-47 comes in low. We feel the top on your leg that tells you go. And see the circle of the fire down below. 15 of us dropped above the cold Missouri waters. Gauge the fire, I'd seen beggar. So I ordered them to Side Hill, where we'd fight from below. We'd have our backs to the river. We'd have her lit by morning, even if we took it slow. But the fire crown jumped the valley just ahead. There was no way down. They headed for the ridge instead. Too big to fight it, he had to fight that slope instead. Flames one step behind above the cold Missouri waters. Sky had turned red, smoke was boiling. 200 yards to safety, death was 50 yards behind. I don't know why, but I just thought it. I struck a match to waist-high grass, running out of time. I tried to tell them, step into the fire, I said, you can't make it, this is the only chance you'll get. But they cursed me, ran for the rocks above instead. I lay face down and prayed above the cold Missouri waters. And when I rose like the phoenix, in that world reduced to ashes, there were none but two survived. I stayed that night. One day after, carried bodies to the river, wondered how I stayed alive. 13 stations of the cross to mark their fall. I've had my say, I'll confess to nothing more, and I'll join them now, those that left me long before. 13 crosses high above the cold Missouri waters.
13 crosses high above the cold Missouri shore.
Thank you.
Paul McKenna,
Hi, Walt.
welcome. It's great to hear your music again.
Yeah, it's great to be involved.
Are you still on lockdown there in Scotland?
It's partial lockdown, you could call it. We have had various restrictions have lifted, so shops and things are open, restaurants are open, and the pubs, most importantly, they're open but only outside. And in true Scottish form, the weather has been awful for the past week since the pubs opened, but it hasn't stopped. It hasn't stopped a single person making use of the beer gardens.
Well, there you go. I was going to say Scottish weather and open outdoor dining just doesn't seem to be something that fits in the same sentence. Although with global warming,
Well, I mean, yeah, there's no signs of that. It's still cold and wet right now. Is a pretty horrible day.
yeah. Well, that's good for a cup of tea and a scone. And
Yeah, I suppose.
so, Paul, have you been doing any projects during this last year or so? Any recording?
I haven't done any real recording as such. I've been doing lots of online things, lots of kind of since probably since last August. I've been doing a fairly regular live stream from the band's page on Facebook and YouTube, and that's kept me sane. It's brought in a little bit of money, which has been a big help as well. And I've had guests when possible. I've had some guests and things on, some various members from the band and some other singers from around here. And so that's been good. And a couple of online festivals, and probably one of the more exciting things that happened for me during the first kind of phase of the lockdown was that I managed to get a song written with Tim O'Brien. So we kind of
Nice.
we done that all online, just over email, by sending clips and things back and forward to each other. And finally, it didn't take us that long. Took us a long time to get to the point of actually, starting to write the song. But once we started it, it was about a week, and so that was a good experience for me. Tim's been a big musical hero of mine for a long time, and I know that you know Tim fairly well.
Yeah.
So
Did you meet him at Common Ground, or did you meet him by other means?
no, I don't think that I was ever at Common Ground at the same time as Tim. I think we always missed each other by whatever weeks we were teaching. I met him at Celtic Connections a long time ago, but then when I was on the Transatlantic Sessions tour 2 years ago now, I kind of got to know him a little bit better on that run of shows that we do, Celtic Connections, and then a few shows down in England and over in Ireland as well. So we kind of kept in touch then, and he had an idea for a song that he thought would.
Great. Are you singing together? Singing?
He has recorded his version of it, and I think he's releasing it on his on his next album, which is coming out fairly soon. I believe he's got a new record coming out.
But are the two of you singing together in this recording?
No, not in this one. No, that was maybe
I'd
just
love to hear those two voices. That would be great.
Yeah, I know. We didn't even get to do any singing together on Transatlantic, but some backing vocals and stuff. But yeah, it would be good to make that happen at some point soon, I hope.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Tim's great, and he has a great understanding of Celtic music. I guess he has that lineage that he is.
Yeah.
Look back upon. How do people get to listen to you? You have a weekly program, right, or a weekly Facebook gathering?
Yeah. So it's on more recently, I've been going out live on the Paul McKenna Band Facebook page, as well as the Paul McKenna Band's YouTube, and even Twitter. If you want to watch it there, it goes out on all three at the same time. They're getting more difficult now that things are starting to move a little bit and people are doing more outdoors.
Right.
The concerts are getting a little bit harder. People, the numbers are dropping a little bit. So I'll see how many more I can get away with, and maybe have to reassess how many or how often I do it.
I know our viewers would love to see that, and of course you'll be with us this summer, you and the band.
That's right, yeah.
Virtually, but there'll be concerts and great classes. I can't remember what you're teaching. Are you teaching Scottish song or?
I think I'm doing some songwriting and some guitar as well.
Which leads me to ask you, sort of, did you grow up in a musical family, or was it something that you sort of encountered as a youth and it changed your life? Or
I think I wouldn't say it was a musical family where everybody played lots of instruments and stuff, but there certainly was music in the family, and lots of singers. I come from an Irish background, so there was always singers in the family, and that was always a quite a common thing at kind of family things when I was younger. Everybody, my aunts and my dad sang and played guitar. My grandfather, my grandmother, on both sides, they all sang. So it was always very common that there was that around the house. That you don't really get that nowadays over here at. We've kind of lost that a little bit, singing at parties and stuff. But so that would have been my first introduction, and spent a lot of time over in Ireland. So I was always heavily influenced by Irish music, and I still am. So.
Well, I think people here make the mistake of saying, well, there's Scottish music and there's Irish music, and that is true to an extent, but there's a great transmigration, and has been for centuries, between Irish and Scottish traditions.
Yeah, I mean, from the music to the song, there's there's lots of connections. There's been lots of travel, and there's lots of the same, especially in song, which has always been my main thing. There's lots of parts of the north of Ireland that are considered, almost the same as parts of Scotland in terms of their songs and the stories and stuff. So there's a close connection, and obviously with me coming from Glasgow, there's a huge Irish diaspora in Glasgow, probably more so than other places in Scotland. So yeah, there's always that influence, always.
Yeah, and you've always had wonderful musicians in your band, and a stunning array. And I was thinking back to when you first came here, and it's been a number of years ago.
It's been. I think it was maybe 2010.
Yeah, so
maybe that time, maybe 2009. I always get mixed up because I know that some of the guys already knew. They already knew you from Scotland, and we met you at the Folk Alliance when it was in Memphis, and I think worked something out then. So I can never remember whether that was 2009 or 2010, but it was around that time anyway. So yeah, we've had a couple of changes in lineup over the years, just for various reasons. But myself and Ewan Baird, we're still there, still two of the originals who were at Common Ground back in that first visit.
The two original criminals, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, Ewan Baird, great bodhrán player, and of course,
yeah, he's awesome.
We know his family from, gosh, the first time I met his folks was in 1980 or something like that. My first tour to Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, wow, it's great to see you. And let me ask one more question. Who is your biggest influence, you think?
Oh, that's tough. I always go back when people ask me this. I always go back to to Dick Gaughan, who's a great Scottish singer and guitar player, and he was much like probably this is why he was so inspiring, because he was much the same, was influenced equally by the Scottish and Irish traditions. So I always go back to Dick Gaughan, although that has changed over the years, and I listen to a lot of different music now as I've as I get older and things. So, but I'd say that if I was to name one hero, I suppose if I only had one name, then
Right.
it would probably be Dick Gaughan. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's something. I have a friend who has a collection of your records and Dick Gaughan's records. And listens to them all the time. Um, yeah, well, that's it's a real credit to you to be able to sort of take up that mantle, because you are compared to Dick Gaughan a lot, and that's not an easy thing to do.
It's not. It's not.
And you are too. But we've enjoyed having you with us, and look forward to your next song here. And we look forward to having you with us this summer. You'll be part of our festival.
Yep.
And but I should remind people to hit the tip jar. We want people to make their donations to the Paul McKenna Foundation, which supports Paul, and during this time of the pandemic. No matter when you're watching this, if you're watching this 3 years from now, you can still make donation, and this will be living on our YouTube. And we wish you the best, and I can't wait to see you in Scotland. I had tickets to fly to Scotland last spring, and was all set to go, and the pandemic hit.
Well, I just hope that soon everything can get back to some kind of normality, and we can start traveling, and we can come and see you all in person, or you can come here and see us. And it's always Common Ground, always going to hold a very special place in my heart, and most of the guys who have been there. So it's amazing what all you guys do. And Walt, you've always been a fantastic help and for the band over the years. Anytime we ever used to come to the States, we could always rely on some help or a nice letter for the visa application from Walt to let them know that we were good people.
Hang out at the farm as well, right?
Yeah, that's right. So,
but I did it purely for selfish reasons, so I could hear you sing. Well, thank you so much, Paul, and we'll see your next music here. And remember, folks, donate, and we'll see you this summer.
See you in summer.
All right, wonderful.
2, 3, 4.
Okay, we're going to carry on with a song now from Donegal in Ireland. It's a song about an old racehorse called the Fanad Mare. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. You Donegal heroes, wherever you be, now pay attention and listen to me. Now sing a few verses, your spirits to cheer, concerning brave Freeland, the sweet Fanad Mare. From the town of Downpatrick and Attimaville, they sport their colours and that played well. From the racetrack in Derry and on to Kildare, there was 20-1 on the sweet Fanad Mare. Oh, the sweet Fanad Mare. Oh, the sweet Fanad Mare. When they came to the racetrack, Boldfield, he did say, "Come on, old bouzouki, and show us fair play. Just give us a head like you did once before, and she'll bring back the prizes to Fanad once more." And the people arrived and great joy filled each heart. A carving got mounted and away here it starts. All the shouts of the people, they rang through the air. One by a head did the sweet Fanad Mare. Oh, the sweet Fanad Mare. Oh, the sweet Fanad Mare. The races were over, each one did agree to go to a mountain to have a big spree. All the lads and the lasses had liquor so rare, they drank to brave Freeland, the sweet Fanad Mare. Oh, the sweet Fanad Mare. Oh, the sweet Fanad Mare. Thanks very much. She will always be my empire. Keeps hold of my soul whenever I go away. All the places I've been, none can compare to her charm. When I come home, she holds me safe in her arms. She calls my name again, never lets me down. A Gale Street and Barton Road, the Grove, the Ben and the Lismore. She calls my name again. I'm home. The river runs through her like the veins to my heart. No other will take me, I've been here from the start. From south side to west, I see the footprints of family. Chasing lines of my life, this city's shaping me freely. She calls my name again, never lets me down. A Gale Street and Barton Road, the Grove, the Ben and the Lismore. She calls my name again. I'm going home. My name again, never lets me down. A Gale Street and Barton Road, the Grove, the Ben and the Lismore. She calls my name again. I'm going home. She calls my name again, never lets me down. A Gale Street and Barton Road, the Grove, the Ben and the Lismore. She calls my name again, and Glasgow my home.
Wow, the Paul McKenna Band. It can't get any better than that in terms of Scottish traditional music, Irish traditional music. Be sure, once again, folks, to donate to the band and help them get through this pandemic. We hope you've enjoyed this concert. There are many more to come. And be sure to sign up for Traditions Weeks at Common Ground on the Hill. See our amazing new website and share this concert. Send it around to your friends and watch it again and again. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to the next concert. The Deer Creek Fiddlers Convention is coming up. We have a songwriting contest online, and of course, 3 Traditions Weeks with music, art, dance, film, etc. So there's no need to be lonely during this pandemic, and you don't even have to get out of your pajamas to attend Common Ground on the Hill. And we'll see you soon. Take care.